Fight fans, what's up, y'all? It's Tease. Hey, big fight tomorrow. Canelo versus Bivol. Now, here's my take on the situation. Canelo, keep moving up in weight, keep going up in weight. Fighting these, I'm not going to say nobodies. He's fighting champions or whatever. But he's trying to make history in a different way. Instead of fighting the best fights that the fans want to see, he's taking the easy route, fighting these guys, lower oppositions but heavier weight. And what that does, okay, he ain't fighting the Andres, he ain't fighting the Charlos, but it gives his Mexican fan base argument to say, well, he moved up and beat this person, he moved up and beat that person. As long as they got a belt, it's easy for the pickings. Now, on the flip side of that, I don't think this fight is going to be as easy as he thinks. People know what Canelo's trying to do. Fighters know what Canelo's trying to do. He's trying to make history in his own way, which ain't nothing wrong with that. He one of the faces of boxing. Floyd did it his way. Canelo gonna do it his way. But it seems like Canelo's way is avoiding all the black top fighters. Mayweather's way was beating everybody they put in front of him, black, Mexican, whatever, to really prove that he's one of the greatest, to prove that he's TBE. So in my opinion, Canelo doing it by weight class is just, you know what I'm saying, he's doing it his way. There's nothing wrong with that, but we all know that boxers with good ring IQ, hand speed, and foot speed get Canelo's problems. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. We all know that for a fact. So he's kind of staying away from those particular fighters. I was surprised he fought Laura, which was a good fight. But that was, you know, it was what it was, you know. Amir Khan was winning the fight till he got caught. It's a lot of fighters that outpoints him and beats him, and he figures them out and slowly but surely breaks them down. And I believe fighters like Benavidez, Andre, Charlo, those are the fight that the fans want to see. Not saying Bivol is not a good fighter, but those are the fights that the fans are clamoring for. They want to see those fights because it's really gonna, they don't want to go into a fight already knowing who the victor might be, or, well, I told you this was going to happen, or, see, yeah, instead of betting on who's going to win the fight, you actually betting on, is Canelo going to win by stoppage or go the distance. That's not going to put them asses in seats. What's going to put asses in seats is where it's a 50-50 fight and you really don't know who the fuck going to win. I mean, he's still got his fan base. He's still gonna have the Mexicans cheering for him. He got a country behind him, so he's still gonna have those certain fans. But the hardcore fans like myself, we know what it is. We know what it really is. Canelo's making history in his own way, doing what he got to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But in my personal opinion, he's gonna keep barking up these wrong trees. He's gonna get caught with something. And gonna wind up, because this is the fight that it can happen, and he's gonna wind up regretting taking them steps up. Yeah, you might be quicker, you might be faster, you might be all that, but when you hitting a motherfucker and it's not affecting them, or you trying to break somebody down and it's not breaking them down in the effect or in the manner that you think is breaking them down, and he's walking through certain shit or eating certain shit, you know, that is very, it'll play, or as a fighter, it'll play on you psychologically and mentally, and it can take you off your game, or give your opponent confidence enough to be like, okay, what's all the hype about? He ain't all this everybody said he was. And then the tables turn. And that shift sometimes happens mid-fight. I don't know what's going to happen, but just mark my words when I say I don't think this is going to be the easiest fight that Canelo thinks it's going to be. I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, you keep on going up and up and up, something's going to stop you. And it can be very dangerous because you're moving up to avoid the best at the lower division, which is the fights that we all want to see. We want to see the Andres. We want to see the Benavidez. We want to see the Charlos. That's what we want. And to be perfectly honest, that's where the big money at. That's what he should want too. Because doing it like this, you're taking high risk with low reward. And you tell all the good fighters, oh, you want this payday. Oh, you want this payday. But that's exactly what you're doing by going up fighting somebody and giving them an opportunity. You want a payday too, but you know you just ain't got to pay them as much. But a Charlo, Andre, and Benavidez, yeah, they're going to want that top dollar. So, to me, you focusing on your purse more so than the fights that the fan want to see. But I think it's going to be a good fight. Canelo's a hell of a boxer. I just hope he stay away from him. And, again, that shift can happen, as I was talking about earlier. So, I mean, you got to factor in all this. It can happen. And it can happen from one punch. So let's see what Canelo do, y'all. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who's going to win. Canelo should outbox him if you know how to keep away. But you can't underestimate that man's power. You can't underestimate Bivol's speed. And you can't underestimate his hunger. He already said Canelo is just another fighter. And he might have to be special tonight to prove him special tomorrow night just to prove him wrong. But we shall see. All right, y'all. Peace.